Hey kiddies, Jester here, and welcome to the court. Zombie Survival Edition. Pretty cool, these little things there. They're from this board game here, Last Night on Earth. Highly recommend it. How you doing, kiddies? As following the new build for the court, I'm answering requests you guys give me. Makes things easier for me, and it means you guys are actually hearing and seeing what you want to be hearing and seeing. Or at least one of you, anyway. And this week I am answering Dr. Lech's call for my zombie survival plan. Now, it's a running joke with me and my friends that if a zombie apocalypse is to happen, I would be the guy to get to. Because I'm really big on the zombies and all the lore and the movies and the books and the comics and all that kind of stuff. I'm really big on that, so they know if they needed someone who knows what they're doing, in theory at least, to come to me. I say in theory because in practice things never go to plan, really, especially in a zombie apocalypse, if all the films and books have taught us. And that's definitely what they've taught us. As for my plan, it's pretty simple really. Step 1, get in touch with everybody I need to get in touch with, family, friends, loved ones, etc. and get them to come to me. I do not have a car, I cannot go pick them up, and besides, my chosen place to make our stand is very close to where I already live. So it's much handier if them lot, who all do drive and all that kind of stuff, do all the moving. And they can pick everybody else up on their way. Everyone's gonna have their tasks. So everyone gathers, gets to me. Now I've prepared some basic supplies, basic weapons, and everybody gets kitted out. And then we hightail it to the shop I currently work at. You're wondering why would I go to the one place that I should hate the most? It's because it's the best place to hole up. Now Americans call them grocery stores, we just call them food shops. You have a look at a proper one, you can see they have these massive metal motorized gates, grates, whatever you want to call them, on the front. Yeah, my place is no different. Voila. Now we run there, we get there, we may attract some attention on the way, may even pick up some survivors on the way, you never know, that's fine. And we get those gates open, or rather I get those gates open, because these gates only open from the outside, thus they only close from the outside. So once everyone's in, I shut that gate again, but I'm out on the outside with all the zombies, man. So I need to leg it to the back gate, where I have one of my fellow survivors already tasked with the job of getting to that back door and letting me in. Now, it's a pretty remote little area there at the back where the back door is, or more big steel fences. Very, very good defences in this place, seriously. They let me in through that back door, I get in, lock up, and then no zombies can see us, no zombies can hear us, no zombies can smell us while we're in there. And this is a food shop, don't forget, we are supplied up the wazoo. Fresh food, tinned food, all sorts of stuff. Even medical supplies, etc. Now that's all phase 1. Phase 2 is the survival itself. Now, providing nobody's already bitten, no zombies are going to get in. Because if somebody's already bitten, they may turn while we're already in, and that's going to be bad news for everybody. So first order of business is to make sure everybody's fit, healthy, and unbitten. If anybody is bitten, unfortunately, you're out of there. Everybody else gets a task. We're going to be holed up in this place for a while, as long as these supplies will last, and they will last a while. So everybody needs to have something to do so they don't go nuts. So many people in a confined space, it's going to happen. So we'd have some smart people working out numbers and watching supplies, all that kind of good stuff. We have strong, able people ready at the defences just in case there's a breach, which there really shouldn't be, but just in case. And even any kids or young'uns will have jobs to do just to keep them occupied. Now eventually the supplies are going to run out. It's an inevitability. And at this point, survival isn't just against the zombies, but it's against the people as well. Often, it's the other survivors you have to worry about more than the zombies. You can get used to the zombies, they follow a plan. Whether they run or they just shuffle, you know what they're going to do. They run on base instinct in one direction, at you. If you meet some people that are not as nice survivors as you are, they're coming from all directions, they go around you, coming from the back with knives, all sorts. So you need to be prepared for that as well. All those strong and able people that are on defences are also being trained, all that while, in basically kicking ass. Or arse, preferably. And even the smart people, if they really want, everybody should be able to defend themselves, but we'll have some fighters in those strong and able people. And when we start to have to enter the world again, we're going to be trying to get in touch with people to establish community again. Try and rebuild society. But that's not my job. No, I'm not a rebuilding society kind of guy. At that point, I step back. I've helped these people survive up to this point, and now it's time to fight back. We've spent so many months cooped up in this building, me knowing there are zombies out there that I just want to be in the thick of. So when we start branching out and making more connections with hopefully friendly other survivors, I'll step back. Some group of people will make some sort of elders council or whatever, and I will default to a fighter guy with the strong and able. I like to keep myself pretty fit. I'm not going to say I'm the strongest guy, I'm not the quickest guy, not even the smartest guy. But when it comes to zombies, I got it down. And I've done my job. I've lived up to that first initial outbreak. People need to come to me to get advice kind of thing. I've got them to a safe place where we can lock up. I've got them supplies. I've given them their jobs. And I've educated them. So it's not just about my survival, it's about their survival as well. It's about the survival of mankind. So they know now. They've learned. So they can do their thing. And I'm going to default to what I really want to be doing. Destroying motherfuckers. The dead ones, not the living ones. He's still a nice guy. Nobody wants to be no governor. And then from there it stops being survival. From there it starts to be rebuilding. Now that could seem kind of boring, but you asked for my plan, and that's my plan if it were to ever actually happen, which there's part of me, my brain, that wants it to happen, just so I can step up, and because it would be so cool. But I'm aware that's morbid and morose, so yeah. If you want any more details than that, feel free to ask. And in the building of this video, I realised I've had a few recordings before this one that went really long because I was basically telling a full-on motherfucking story. Now that was fun and everything, and it might even be interesting, but the cut isn't the place for it. So I'm telling you now, maybe expect either a special narrative video or something going up on my blog that actually outlines the zombie survival plan fantasy, because this is what it is, that I've had for many years. But in base terms, that is my survival plan. I figure out, probably I wake up in the morning, I'm having cereal, I turn TV on either just before I'm getting ready for work, or whatever else I'm doing in the day, and I'll notice the news reports, and I know what's going on, a la Max Brooks in the Zombie Survival Guide. If you know what you're looking for, you can see it in the news reports, even if they don't say it, you know what it is. And then I get in touch with everybody, say, yeah, that thing that we always thought was going to happen, or well, I thought was going to happen, you didn't. Well, it's happening. Get the fuck over here. I get them locked up in this place I can get them into that's so goddamn secure, seriously. It's even got fallback points within it, just in case we do get overrun by somebody hiding a bite or something managing to get in by some miracle. Or not miracle, actually. And then eventually when supplies do start to run out, speaking of, always eat the fresh food first. Kidders, if you ever tried to do this plan, if you lock yourself away in a shop, fresh food first, otherwise it just goes to waste. Then you can move on to the tins and stuff. And then eventually we'll have to rejoin society if there is one. If there aren't people to communicate with, other people to connect with, then you're just going to have to rebuild on your own. Or, depending on who your group of survivors are, you basically go rampage. If you know there's no way you can repopulate or rebuild society, if you know you're the last survivors, you may as well go out in a blaze of glory and destroy motherfuckers. The dead ones, obviously. So yeah, so possibly a bit basic, a bit boring, but that is the plan in a nutshell. For more details into what my fantasy in my head actually plays out, there's actually like 4 or 5. For more details on them, feel free to request them. Or you could just wait for the inevitable narrative videos or the narratives on the blogs, which I may end up doing because I had so much fun preparing this video, and the footage that you will not see here, seriously, went into so much detail and involved these little blighters a hell of a lot more. But there was just too much going on. It was deadlines and timing and all that kind of thing. But I had fun, guys, and I hope you did too. Thanks for watching, kidders. Seriously, if you do want more details, just ask, seriously. I really want to share them, but this just isn't the right format for them right now. Like and subscribe if you like what you see and you want to see more. Also, check out my blog over at jesterconcessions.blogspot.co.uk for probably extra bonus bits and pieces when I get them done. And I will see you through the week.